Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Basic introduction to Minecraft for building human bodies, for the human body systems topic in science. So I'm just going to show you how to set up a little world and to use some of the basic blocks to create parts of a human body. This is not a very lengthy or detailed Minecraft tutorial. For that, you'll have to go onto YouTube to learn a little bit more, but it will give you the basics and hopefully it'll get you started in creating your human body systems in science. So we'll start off with Minecraft Education. When you open the app, you need to sign in with your school account, and then you'll be presented with this screen here. We're going to click on Play to begin our journey. There's two ways to start your world. You can go into My World and have a look at what you've created already, and then use those to edit them. But we're just going to start with a new world. So we're going to click on Create New, which is that plus icon at the bottom, and then we're going to just create a new world from absolutely scratch. No need for a template. So first thing to do is give your world a name. So let's give this one a skeletal system. Depends on what system you're creating. We're going to change the game mode to creative, and we're going to go into peaceful to make sure that there's no difficulty there. You don't need to mess with the membership levels. You're not going to be inviting other students at the moment. And then have a look at the world type and set that to flat. We want to work with a flat surface. There's nothing really you need to worry about the world options. Cheats, again, we don't really need to worry too much about these here, although we might want to turn it on to daytime to make sure that it's always daytime. So that's all really, quite straightforward, hopefully. And then once you're ready, just click on the play button here for it to start creating a world. Now, Minecraft can be used for a huge number of projects. This is a very simple introduction. When you start, if you press H on your keyboard, you'll be able to see the commands instructions for how you can move your character. WSAD, spacebar to jump once, double space if you want to start flying, which is really handy actually to start creating models from a bird's eye viewpoint. E is to get into inventory, C is for code builder, which we'll not be getting into in this tutorial, and shift is for sneak. Again, we're not going to be using that option. So H to close that control, and we're going to go straight into E because the first thing we want to do is select the material we're going to use. Now in this menu, in the inventory menu, there are lots of different blocks, etc., and building material that you can use in your build. Because we're in creative mode, it's absolutely full of all the possibilities that you could have in the real game. Nothing is locked here, so you've got the freedom to choose whatever you want to choose. So what we want to do really is we want to use material that's going to help us construct. So we're going to go down to the construction section here and start to select some of the material we're going to use. Now, a suggestion here is probably stick to material colors that are similar to the human body. So maybe take a pink, avoid the powder, by the way, stick to the concrete one. So maybe I'm going to take a little pink concrete here. Just select it once and drop it into your inventory at the bottom. Maybe take a darker color as well, just in case you've got any fleshy parts in your human body system. Take an orange. And as you can see, we're starting to build up a little inventory of the types of color palettes that we want to use in our body. It's always good to have a bit of a range here because you don't want to keep coming back in and out of the inventory. So select a range of different colors that you can use to build your body. Make sure they're concretes because they're easy to build with. I'm just going to put a white in there as well, and just as a little bit of a wild card, I might choose this pink glazed terracotta. Okay, now that we've got inventory full at the bottom, we can come out of this menu by either crossing at the top or pressing E again. So we're ready to start building with our blocks. So I'm going to start with maybe creating the face, and by selecting the numbers on my keyboard, I can select the different blocks at the bottom. And what I want to do is just hover a little bit. So I'm going to press double space to get a little bit of height, and then just press space a little bit further. You can always come down with the shift command. And I'm just going to start to, I'm just going to start to create my blocks uh, by right clicking and then joining them on. You can see when the blocks are highlighted, where your next block is about to be placed. And so just nice 5x5 square. If you make a mistake, just click with your normal left mouse button. You should get rid of the block. Okay, so there we have it. I've created a nice 5x5 block. I'm going to get rid of this block here and this block here to get my eyes. And I'm just going to put a gap in here to get a nice mouth in there. Again, you don't have to fill this in, but I'm just going to use a white block to fill it in. Okay, so I just got a nice face shape there. So we're going to do a skeletal system in this particular demonstration. So I'm going to start by creating the neck bone here, or the collarbone, the neck bone. And it doesn't have to be too complex for now. I'm going to come across here for the shoulders. And then I'm going to go all the way down to create my spine. And let's add some rib cage bones. At the moment, I'm just starting with a two-dimensional model. Perhaps later on we might develop this further to make it into a three-dimensional model, but we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, perhaps too many spine bones there is going to end up looking really tall. So, actually we'll keep those because they can turn into our hip bone. A little bit of knowledge about anatomy is important here. So please look up and research your anatomical diagrams first, just so that you know you're building it in the right way. How many across did I go? So if you lose count, just go back and then just have a look. I've gone 3 across there, so I probably need to go 3 across here as well. There we go, we've got some arms there. Right length, yep, let's keep that even. And then let's start to build our hip bone here. Now that's a bit thicker there, so we're just going to add thickness on the hip bone, and then we can go down further with the leg bones. So let's start that one here. Thigh bones there. And we've got the shin bone as well. And then we can start to add feet. Now, of course, this is a very simple introduction. Hopefully you'll spend a little bit longer on it to make it a bit more accurate. Don't be afraid of using the space available to you. And that's a very basic introduction to how to build a human anatomical system or human body system in Minecraft. Of course, we would add to this. You can carry on making that into a three-dimensional model by building upwards. You can add other features in there. If you're building a more complex model, you can use a range of the colors at the bottom to start to add different features. If you do decide to make this as a larger three-dimensional model, you might also want to go into the inventory to select some lighting options, some torches, campfires, etc., to make it brighter inside the three-dimensional model. And then lastly, what I'd like to show you is how to add in signs so that we can actually label the different parts of the body properly before we demonstrate these to the teacher. So we're going back into the inventory here. I'm just going to search here by typing into the box sign, and you can see a list of different colored signs appear. Let's choose this light colored one, put that into your inventory. Down at the bottom, notice when I click, the previous object gets selected onto my mouse. I can just drop that back in here and then back out here. We've got a signboard in our hands, and by simply right-clicking over the top of a particular block, I can place my signboard and I can enter a label for it. And you can see that signboard visible now. Okay, so that's the collarbone. I might put another one here. It's a rib cage. Put one here for the hip bone. Further down, let's put one on this side for the thigh bone. And we can put this one, and I've just selected the wrong option there. Gone. Don't think that's right. Okay. Got some signs on there now, nice and easy. So I can start to explain what my diagram is about. And there we have it. That's a basic introduction on how you can create a human body system using Minecraft tools. Once you've finished, don't forget to press save so you can press escape and then click save and exit, and it should take you back to your game menu where you can see the main home screen again. Hopefully you enjoyed that tutorial. Hopefully you can use that. Do explore other features of Minecraft. I'm sure there's a few experts in your class who can share with you some tips and tricks. Feel free to play around with the code as well if you want to. And I look forward to seeing your models. Thank you, and bye-bye.